It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our matchup tonight taking place in Milwaukee, the BMO Harris Bradley Center, as we watch the Bucks go up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And the Bucks securing $250 million with a B dollars worth of funding from Milwaukee to build a new arena.
Wow.
Construction underway, and they're hoping to move in next season, guys.
Man, I should move to Milwaukee. They're giving away that kind of money.
That's my hometown, by the way.
Wow.
I was born in Milwaukee.
The mean streets of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I survived the mean streets of Milwaukee, North 68th Street to be exact.
Well, it's a big part of keeping a team there because, you know, there's been some rumors about people wanting to move that team and the ownership possibly. So now it's not the biggest market, but right now they sweeten the pot up a little bit.
You know, the Bucks' new ownership is staying true to their word, working to keep the team in Milwaukee. You look at the picture of this arena, it's going to be spectacular.
Cannot wait for the grand opening of the Ernie Dome.
Are you going to go?
In Milwaukee.
The Ernie Dome.
The
I like
Ernie
that.
Dome. There you go. Hey, Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Ernie Dome.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Washington is working their way through a road trip into today's game. Looking at their performance last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be, guys. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction here, Steve, with a win.
And seeing where Washington is, they're placing themselves right among the league's top teams here in the early start. It doesn't look to me like they're in any danger of getting off to a slow start.
Greg, they've eliminated that possibility in my eyes. I mean, they've come together quickly, and I think they're going to be right in the playoff mix all season.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece. But he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. And with that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Well, tonight, Clark, we have a matchup that showcases two teams that are very deadly from beyond the arc. Just how important has the three-point shot become in the NBA?
It's become the most important shot in the NBA in my mind, Kevin, because it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense. It's a shot that the fans can anticipate and really get into, and it forces the defense to spread out. I mean, the best offenses in the league now are really good at utilizing the three-point shot, making it and taking them to spread the defense.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now Washington's starting group. Morris and Gortat together down low. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Beal dishes to Morris. Clock at 4. Stolen by Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
And Wall kicks to Morris. There's a screen by Gortat. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. Milwaukee on D. Morris passes to Gortat. Misses from short range. And the Bucks with possession here. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
That's good from Parker. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
And so he's able to get one of two.
Put it simply, Parker is an outstanding player. I mean, somebody who puts the team ahead of himself, and all this guy wants to do is W-I-N.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Parker, a screen on Porter. And Bledsoe, here we go. Morris with the block. Porter with the steal. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Beal dishes the Wall. There's a good screen. Clock at 6. And Gortat kicks the Wall. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now, here's Maker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Bledsoe against Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. For 3, Middleton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there. Gortat with a screen on Middleton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
So he gets them both. This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
Here's Beal. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Beal can't get it to go.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Here's Middleton. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision-making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
And he makes the first. And with Middleton and his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
That one is no good.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy two-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Washington with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Parker left side. Morris with the block. Outside Porter. For the three. The rebound by the Bucks. Maker's got his third rebound tonight. Middleton against Beal. Middleton the pass to Parker. Maker with the ball. Gortat's there. Bledsoe with another miss. The Wizards have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And Wall kicks to Beal. Porter dishes to Morris. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you really got to love the hustle from the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's got a ton of confidence when it comes to beating up that glass.
Now, here's Wall. 6 points for him. Gortat, the pass to Beal. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's a screen. Here's Parker. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 5th rebound in this one. Antetokounmpo against Porter. Wall dishes to Beal. Here's Gortat. Offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Well, and the wingspan of Gortat, Kevin, helps him big time on the glass. Great at using his height and length to corral rebounds.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Washington.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Gortat, no good on the free throw, which is experimenting here, Clark, early in the season, and trying to feel which rotations work and which ones don't.
Well, that's normal for coaches to tinker a little bit, especially when you've got new players and you're trying to put together a different team. So you tinker until you find what works for you, and then you look to stay with it. Ideally, you'd like to be set on your rotation probably no later than a 1/4 of the way through the season.
Oh, he had him spinning. It looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
They get it again. Here's Gortat. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Bucks.
And they took a balanced approach for the most part. They didn't get caught up in any one aspect of the game. They got their points all over the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. John Henson comes in for Maker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Morris. Oubre's checked in for Porter. And it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal.
And Antetokounmpo does it all. The Greek freak, a total team player who has a motor that doesn't quit, and he's very unselfish with the ball.
Now here's Oubre. Outside, Scott. And Wall kicks to Mahimi. And Henson pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Washington trailing. And it's Wall in the corner. Back to Meeks. A three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee is gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Dellavedova to pass to Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3. Washington has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Meeks dishes the Wall. And another miss by Washington. The Bucks shooting just 35% to start the game. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A chance to check out stats for Oubre. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And frankly, I think he can play better, guys. I mean, even he would have to admit to that.
Yeah, realistically, he's going to have to step it up. I mean, that's the reality. Or he's going to start to lose those minutes.
Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
Tony Snell's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switcher also for Washington. Tim Frazier's checked in for John Wall. Now here's Frazier. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And Zaletovic kicks to Brogdon. The Bucks working the ball around. Scott against Zaletovic. Feeds to Henson. Here's Brogdon. No good that time. Nice D from Frazier. Stolen by Dellavedova. Fast break, Milwaukee. The shot by Brogdon wide open. The offensive rebound. The shot's good. Zaletovic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And, you know, Zaletovic does not back away from getting nasty on the glass. I mean, he's got 245 pounds on that frame, and he uses it to his advantage.
Now here's Frazier. Mahimi, a screen on Brogdon. Frazier. Second chance effort. The shot by Mahimi, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Dellavedova. Snell kicks to Brogdon. Pass to Henson. Back to Brogdon. Here's Snell. Washington with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. Brogdon kicks to Dellavedova. And the rejection by Mahimi. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Scott, good. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Dellavedova kicks to Brogdon. He dishes it to Henson. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a four-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
.127 left in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Brogdon. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now, here's Meeks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 2. For Washington, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw.
And, you know, last season the Bucks, showing their resilience as a team quite nicely, looked to be falling out of the picture in early February, but then came on strong to snag a playoff spot in the East.
He hits the second from the line. 41 seconds left in the first. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Snell. Second chance shot. Here's Henson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Mahimi dishes it to Oubre. Here's Teletovic. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 6-point Bucks lead.
Teletovic doing a nice job attacking openings. I mean, a strong penetrator when cutting to the rim.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. Now, I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Wizards 5 right now. Jody Meeks out there with Frazier. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Washington. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, the Bucks, a half game back.
And right now for the Bucks, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now here's Frazier. Outside, Meeks. Another shot. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Mahinmi.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Mahinmi against Henson, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be, what will the impact of that bench be? And ultimately, that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Thon Maker's checked in for Milwaukee. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Washington, Markieff Morris is checked in for Scott. Porter comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here is Frazier. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw good for Morris. There are a lot of great young talents in the league right now, and when you take a look, Clark, at the young big men in the league, who stands out to you?
I like a lot of these young big guys because they're mobile, they can score the ball, they rebound it. Karl Anthony Towns is really, when you talk about a guy doing the 2010 thing this early in his career, that's special. Miles Turner, I think, has a chance to be really special with his shooting stroke and his shot blocking ability. And then Porzingis has a lot of Dirk Nowitzki qualities to him.
Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Maker passes to Bledsoe. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Bucks lead by 7.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And the wide open shot from Morris. But they recover it. Back to Gortat. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Bledsoe dishes to Snell. Back to Bledsoe. Parker outside. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 5. Outside, Porter. Morris outside. Morris with a screen on Bledsoe. Here's Frazier. Rebound collected by Snell. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. 5th best, the Bucks.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Tony Snell. Now here's Beal. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Another miss by Middleton.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Here's Porter, and Maker sends it back. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break and finished off by Parker.
And the vision of the Greek Freak easily spotting his wide open teammates thanks to that height of his.
Beal with it. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. There's a screen by Gortat. And Beal kicks to Gortat. The Wizards working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Bledsoe. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks. And Wall kicks to Beal. That one no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Pass to Parker. Second shot opportunity, and it's finished off inside by Maker.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Wall. 23 points for him the last game against Toronto.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Just 4 to shoot. Beal the pass to Morris. Over Middleton, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Morris.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Wall. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Gortat. The dish now to Morris. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Now Porter following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe.
And he can just fly. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
The Bucks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And that one falls for Parker. And with Kidd, he was one of those players that when he got into coaching, you just said, of course, it makes too much sense given how much of an on-the-court leader he was.
Yeah, and you know what? You're exactly right. I felt the same way about Kidd. And when you play with some players, you just get that feeling with how they approach the game. And even in your role as a broadcaster, mine too, we get to talk to players and we get a feeling of whether they'll coach or not. Even in college, you could tell he was a special player with kind of a unique view of the game as well.
Offensive rebound. Wizards trail by 6. The drive by Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Middleton after the basket by Washington. Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. There's the feed to Maker from deep. Gortat with the defensive effort. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now, Antetokounmpo. Bradley Beal missing from long range.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Scooped up, and Maker sends it back. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over Porter. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Beal. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson checked in for Maker. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. And Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Scott comes in for Morris. Oubre's checked in for Porter. And it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Brogdon. 8 points for him. Teletovic setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Over the corner, Dellavedova. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings.
And you go back to their ranking in opponents' points per game. Teams just can't seem to put runs together against them. You get a bucket here, a bucket there, but that defense, it just wears on you.
Now here's Wall. 12 points for him. Here's Brogdon, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And Wall kicks to Scott. All alone. Good. He hits the jump shot. Scott's got 6.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 20 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game. Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
That one is off.
The former Tar Heel, John Henson, is incredibly efficient on both ends of the court.
And Washington making a change here. Frazier's checked in. And he's good on the second. Wizards trail by 3. He kicks to Meeks. Now here's Oubre. Not a lot of room. Down low. Mahimi. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Mahimi's got 4 points this quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. It's Scott on the wing. Frazier outside. The pass to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. Frazier outside. 5 on the clock. Top of the key. And the shot falls short this time. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Dellavedova. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Brogdon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon was the 36th overall pick in 2016 out of Virginia. A little older than most rookies over the last decade and when they come into the league, but I tell you what, the Bucks got a real winner here. He's going to be a long-time valuable player.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And for Brogdon, his age most likely a factor why he fell to the second round. Still, Clark, you know, the Bucks loved what he was about when they first met him coming out of the University of Virginia.
Yeah, hard not to love what he's about. Intelligent, focused, purposed, driven, skilled. I mean, his age may have worked against him in terms of where he was drafted, but it got him into a great spot for his long NBA career because he's going to have one.
Now, here's Oubre. It's Scott on the wing, covered by Teletovic. Mahimi a screen. Here's Frazier. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Oubre. Frazier outside. Pass to Scott, right wing. Now here's Oubre. D right on him. Mahimi dishes to Scott. Here's Frazier. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's stolen by Frazier. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And yes, it's good. Now just a 1-point Bucks lead.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Snell. It's Brogdon on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. Brogdon's got 15 points.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint. And if we can continue to do that, it puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken?
Ken, as we break down the action. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Bucks leading by 4. All the big Bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Chris Middleton is out there at Bledsoe. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. This is to Antetokounmpo over Porter. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Wizards shooting around 41% on the night. And it's Beal in the corner for the lead. And again, Washington with the triple. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Bledsoe outside. There's Parker with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Parker's got 11 points.
Well, he's definitely a work in progress when you look at Parker's game from behind the arc. But still, you've got to get a hand in his face from out there.
Now, here's Porter. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Morris with the bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Bledsoe against Wall. No good from Bledsoe.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Down low. The kick out to Wall. He feeds it to Gortat. From down in the low post, it goes. And now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
You know, certainly, Kevin, the strength of this Milwaukee team, one of the strengths anyway, is the length they have. I mean, have reach at all positions, but especially up front. They just need some time to develop, but a strong base is there.
Here's Beal after Eric Bledsoe's score. Morris outside. And here's Wall. He's got 12. Back to Morris. 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Antetokounmpo. He's getting around 20 points per, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And he makes that one. And it's 7 points for Eric Bledsoe. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And Beal kicks to Porter. They set the screen. Morris a screen. Parker with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Parker's running. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Wizards trail by 3. Wall passes to Gortat. He dishes it to Beal. No good from outside.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. Washington with the rebound. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he lays it straight in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. There's the pick. Here's Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Antetokounmpo's got 17.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load, a remarkable offensive play.
Morris dishes to Gortat. And Maker sends it back. And he gets it back. Bucks leading by 4. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And Washington has possession. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Wall's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Passes to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Fruitful possession. Just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Here is Wall. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Morris. Over Parker. Here's Gortat. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Tell you what, when Gortat finds his groove now, he's looking to shoot it every time, as well he should. I love seeing him be aggressive like this.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Free throw good from Marcin Gortat. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, yeah, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 15 points for Marcin Gortat.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Parker with no one around from outside off the mark. Wizards trail by 5. And a wide open look for Porter. And that one goes long.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Henson comes in for Thon Maker. And Tony Snell subbed in for Chris Middleton. Mike Scott's checked in for Washington. Tim Frazier comes in for John Wall. Poke loose. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Porter. Charity stripe shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's 12 points for Bradley Beal.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. The dish to Parker. Henson with the screen. Parker with it. Now guarded by Porter. 6 on the shot clock. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Yes, that goes in. And it's now only a 1-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coast-to-coaster by himself off of that steal.
Here's Parker. Banked in off the glass. Parker's got 15.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Porter. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Milwaukee's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Bledsoe against Frazier. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Parker's got 9 points here in the second half. Outside, Beal. Kicks to Porter. Scott with a screen on Parker. Here's Porter. Another one falls for Washington. The Bucks shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. Bledsoe kicks to Snell. Screened by Parker. Snell dishes to Parker. And stolen by Scott. Here's Porter. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
A different look for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Jabari Parker. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. And it's Jody Meeks in for Beal. Shot clock at 5. Lets a floater go. That's tipped. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded by Meeks, and it's Dellavedova missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Frazier. 6 points for him. Mahimi a screen. It's Meeks outside. Rebound collected by Snell. Milwaukee has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Teletovic the screen. Frazier against Brogdon. Well, you look at the Bucks offense, and they were very hard to stop when they got going. Near the top of the league in effective field goal percentage, which is a huge statistic. They did so despite not taking many three-pointers compared to the other top teams.
Yeah, you think about it, they led the league in how many of their threes were assisted on, Kevin, about 90% of them. And while they would look to the three-point shot, it was the result of ball movement, which often led to a good look. Still, their first look, though, back to that effective field goal percentage, was to get the ball inside.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Now here's Oubre. D right on him. And there's the feed to Scott. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Bledsoe.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Here's Scott. And another miss by Washington. Milwaukee in the lead. Out to the wing. Snell, the pass to Henson. And the rejection by Mahimi. 1:35 left in the third quarter. Frazier left side. And a missed layup.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
4-on-3 break. Looking to end the drought. And it's Oubre laying it in. Oubre's got the game tied up here for Washington.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clock at 6. And Zeletovic kicks to Brogdon. No good from outside. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Scott can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Dellavedova, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Like seeing Dellavedova rise up from the mid-range. That's right about his sweet spot, showing confidence shooting from there.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Oubre. He kicks it to Scott. Frazier outside. Shoots. Rebounded by the Bucks. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be back with you shortly. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Defensively, keep talking, right? Keep helping each other. We get the rebound, go get an early pick and roll.
And Jason Kidd telling them what it's going to take, all 5 guys communicating on the floor.
And calling for the early pick and rolls, you can get really clean looks that way before that defense is able to kind of lock in.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. So on the floor for Washington, Frazier is out there with Jody Meeks. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Morris in at the power forward. Now here's Meeks. And there's the pass to Morris. Back to Meeks. Frazier against Brogdon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Frazier dishes to Oubre. Shoots. Doesn't go for him. And Milwaukee the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Brogdon. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Frazier. Mahinmi kicks to Frazier. Feeds it to Oubre. Off the screen. Offensive rebound. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Akers checked in for John Henson, and Middleton subbed in for Tony Snell. Mahinmi no good on the free throw. Well, Thon Maker is a project player, Clark, for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And Dellavedova from down under, the former undrafted free agent, has come a long way, literally and figuratively. A pivotal role player.
And both free throws good for Dellavedova.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Morris, a screen. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Middleton. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, Chris Middleton is one of those really efficient guys. Stuffs the stat sheet. He's a smart player with his decision making and very efficient. Does all the little things that coaches like to see in a player.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for Middleton. And with Middleton, the numbers back up his impact beyond points and rebounds. The Bucks were a much better offensive and defensive team, Clark, when he was on the floor.
Yeah, he elevates the play of everybody because he's smart, he's selfless, he's skilled, and the fact that he's gone through some adversity and the way he's come back from that injury last season, it really gave that young Bucks team a lot of confidence.
Middleton hits them both. Wizards trail by 6. And Wall kicks to Meeks to the wing right side. Morris outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Mahimi's shot is good.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Bucks leading by 4. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. For 3, Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Back to Wall. Stolen by Brogdon.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Pass to Mahimi. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Thon Maker. And the first one drops. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Dishes it to Mahimi. Goes back up. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 7th assist here tonight. Milwaukee in the lead. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. He feeds it to Maker. Back to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Meeks. Another miss by Middleton. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Morris outside.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Washington, Porter's checked in for Oubre, and Bradley Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks. free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Middleton outside. Here's Parker. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Wizards shooting from the field. 44%. Not bad. Shot from 16. And the shot no good. A bit short. Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. In the corner, it's Brogdon. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half. Well, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So Parker will go to the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And glad to see Jabari Parker out on the floor after recovering from yet another torn ACL. Clark, always hard to go through that injury. Never mind twice in your first 3 seasons in the NBA. But you know, Parker's a fighter through and through.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Not an easy situation and really disheartening for all of us who appreciate his talent and skill level. He's an outstanding young man and player, and he's vowed to come back stronger than ever before. And his attitude, a positive approach to difficult adversity, I think, has set him up to have a chance to do just what he vowed to do.
Now here's Wall. Gortat with a screen on Bledsoe. Here's Wall. No good on the shot. Good D by Parker. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
2 shots.
When you watch Giannis out there, he just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
He misses the free throw.
You know, there's a lot to like about Giannis and what he does on the floor. You've got to take notice of his defense, even though he's terrific offensively as well. Incredible length and size, really lets him match up with anybody. He actually erases a lot of mistakes from the weak side with his shot blocking ability, too.
Good on the second free throw. In most advanced metrics last season, Ed, Giannis is one of the top defenders at his position. The stats back it up, Clark, and he certainly passes the eye test.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, what impresses me is he's ubiquitous. I mean, this guy seems to be everywhere at the same time. He makes plays in the paint. He's a rim protector. He can guard on the perimeter some. Man, he just covers a lot of ground defensively.
Bucks leading by 3. Bledsoe kicks to Maker. Here's Wall. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
That one falls for John Wall.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Now, here's Maker. He dishes it to Middleton. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, and the Bucks lead by 2. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And Gortat kicks to Morris. Good D by Parker.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Now Maker puts up a three. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Antetokounmpo after Markieff Morris's miss. Porter against Antetokounmpo. Porter passes to Beal. Now here's Gortat. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Parker with the steal. Bucks leading by 5. Bledsoe with outside Antetokounmpo. Out to Parker from outside the arc. A second chance effort. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's Wall. Passes it to Morris. Over Parker. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 8th assist in the game. Milwaukee's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here's Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Back to Beal to tie it up. The rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Maker. Tipped away. Middleton dishes to Parker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good by Parker. And Parker drops them both. Wizards trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the pick. And Gortat kicks to Wall. That one drops for him.
And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
Screened by Parker. Wall against Bledsoe. Maker passes to Middleton. Bledsoe for 3. Nice D from Wall.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Morris with the bucket.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
Here's Parker following the basket by Markieff Morris.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves, and he can finish with either hand. And his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up. Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Porter in the corner. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Middleton against Beal. Bledsoe outside. That's a 2 from Parker, but they'll get another chance. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
Here's Beal. He drains the quick shot.
Timeout.
Beal's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marcin Gortat.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told them that they're getting it done in the paint. He said, they can't guard us inside, guys. Keep taking it to them. Pound it down low. See if they keep it up, Kevin.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Wizards with the lead. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Outside, Beal. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. Whoa, with a block. They get it back. And the dunk by Parker. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Left side, Wall. Over Bledsoe. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 24.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now here's Bledsoe. Maker kicks to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes.
Patience is a virtue. And Chris Middleton, virtuous.
Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. In the corner, it's Morris. Sinks it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. This crowd all over. Turned up.
Now here's Middleton. The dish to Antetokounmpo. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
Antetokounmpo has the complete and total trust of his teammates. A real Swiss Army knife, a versatile guy. does everything and anything that needs to be done with the basketball in his hand.
And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
Washington calls timeout. They're down by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Shot from 12. It's Wall with the drive. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And so Wall nails both of them.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wall against Bledsoe. Middleton, a screen on Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Morris. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Porter and Morris are the forwards. The explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the 1 and 2. And it's Mahimi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe. Bledsoe hits them both. Here's Wall. Morris with the screen for Wall. Elbow shot is on the way. That one goes in. Wall's got the game tied up here for Washington.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position.
Find the lane.
They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And that one falls for Parker. Wizards trail by 3. outside. Wall kicks to Beal. The feed to Porter. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Parker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Maker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 7 points for Thon Maker.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Here's Wall. Hits the front of the rim and out. Milwaukee leading by 5. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 28 points for the game.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Now here's Porter. Will it go? And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Free throw good. Porter. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Bledsoe against Wall. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Nailed from three-point land. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Lets it go from 14. The rebound by the Bucks. Maker's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now here's Bledsoe. Here's Middleton. Gortat with the rebound. Wizards trail by 7. Beal, the pass to Mahimi. Baseline try. Mahimi. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Wall. Parker dishes to Maker. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Oubre's checked in for Ian Mahimi. Wizards trail by 5. The pass to Gortat. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 10 assists. And Wall kicks to Gortat. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Wall against Bledsoe. There's the screen. Shot's good by Middleton.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Now here's Wall. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
And it's Middleton penetrating. That shot is off. Wizards trail by 7. There's Beal with the 3. Connects from three-point range.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Now here's Bledsoe. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Bucks lead by 6.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 6. There's 53 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. To the middle, 13 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here's Middleton. He kicks it to Bledsoe. Middleton, a screen on Wall.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Washington now. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Middleton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, you look at the skill set and size of Middleton. Hard for any defense to match up against. Just so creative in how he draws contacts and gets himself to the line.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Maker. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. Tony Snell's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Beal. And Tim Frazier subbed in for John Wall. Middleton hits them both.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Screen by Smith. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Meeks on the wing, takes the 3. Good, great play set up by Frazier.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Teletovic passes to Dellavedova. And so the Bucks take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.